Hey everybody, I'm Luke. I'm the executive producer of Feece Studios, and today I'm going to show you how you can animate projects for your own personal endeavors for a really low budget. Welcome back to another episode of Luke Talks, bros. I use paper to animate that, and then I scan on Adobe Premiere Pro. So what will we need for this source of animation? Well, what I do, which we will use in today's video when I will show you, is how you can animate with paper. So what will we need? We'll need paper, a lot of pens with a lot of ink, pencils, a scanner or a phone, and a computer. Oh, and you also need a software that might cost some money, depending on the software, that you can use for keyframing. And that is pretty much it. So let's just jump into it. Now the first thing you're gonna need is a screenplay or script or something to show you what you're writing or what you're animating. Even a storyboard would be great. What I'm doing for this next Story of Trey episode is I'm actually writing a screenplay. You can use things such as Celtic. There's an online version and there's an app version, and there's also ways you can just do it on paper if you're just starting out, Google Docs, but if you want to do it professionally, there's certain criteria of how script writing works, but I don't like this lighting right here. Certain criteria about how script writing works, but if you want to just do it with your friends and have fun, it's not that big of a deal to just do it on pieces of paper and just plan out what the screenplay is. But that's important. You have to have a script and know what you're doing if you want to have a good storyline with your animation. Now the second thing, you're gonna need to start drawing. Now let's show you how I draw. When I was little, I heard someone say, you can cartoons have pretty much anything in them. And that is completely true, because you can draw pretty much anything and animate anything. So you can do anything you want, as long as you have the amount of frames, ink, and supplies you need to create this creation you're creating. Animation has become a lot easier over the decades. So let's say you want to make something like South Park. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little South Park animation. For example, I'm gonna do a time lapse, but I'm just gonna. And then you don't draw the mouth, because you're gonna add the animations over the frame of that. So here's him, his eyes, his face. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna need his little hat. Now, if you want talking in your animation, it's a good idea to have mouth movements. Well, you should probably have mouth movements. So each human being ever has about a certain amount of vowels they can say. But there's like 27 letters in the alphabet, but there's only a certain amount of vowels. So let's say you want an L sound. There's the L sound. There's the E sound, so L. Once you got the animation all scanned, what I use is this thing called Adobe Illustrator. It's $20 a month, plus another $20 a month for Adobe, which I also use. But if you don't have that money, you can also just get Adobe for just $20 a month. And there's another coloring software called Pixlr, and you can get that. Charlie's eating food right now, I'm sorry for that. But also, if you're gonna want to animate with keyframing, you're gonna want to use at least some sort of software that does provide keyframing. So this is how you create animation. Now you need to be able to see the PNG in the background and the transparency. So you're gonna go to Window, View, Show Transparency Grid, and then you're gonna want to click this guy right here, the Direct Selection, and then you can delete the background like that. That's how you do it, and then you take off the unnecessary things. And now for coloring, we're gonna take every single object that we have right here, copy, and paste it into here. So every single mouth movement is gonna have to be separate. Now we're gonna get into the animatics of what we're making. So you can manipulate it however you want. Oh god damn it, sometimes it lags. But yeah, you can manipulate it and add it like that. So now we got Cartman waiting for the bus. I mean, in our own style, right? And keyframing is if you have one keyframe, his shoes will be flying and he'll be like yee, and then you can make it so you're gonna start right here, click the little stopwatch button, and then you can rotate it. Now we're gonna export, make sure you do 180p, name it however you want. It's gonna be called background MPG, and that is how you animate. And you can post it to YouTube, whatever you want. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Luke Talks, bros.